Giant dragon of destruction! I choose you!
What do I do? Oh, I choose snail.
Dude, really?
Behold the mighty knight, the noble warrior of the Middle Ages, gallant, brave, and, riding a giant snail? Wait, what? And what's with this guy and… Oh my god. Okay, seriously, what is up with medieval knights fighting or riding giant or weird animals? Riding horses? Sure. Fighting dragons? Alright. But riding a chicken? Or a goose? A fish? Or a dog riding a rabbit, fighting a rabbit riding a… man? Snail?
What?
We need to talk about this. Okay, so the obvious answer is, in medieval times these giant and or wicked animals were real, but thankfully the brave knights got rid of them for us. That's probably the coolest conspiracy theory I've had in a while. It's also quite dumb. Okay, how about this then? Not the animals were big, but the knights were tiny. That's cute, but no. Okay, so what's really going on here? That is a very good question. You see, as with a lot of things in history, we will never really know for sure. But here's my take. The first to start copying religious texts over and over again were, of course, monks. And they started to leave space between the lines of text so that other monks could comment on it. And well, the monks that copied these works all day long would understandably get pretty bored. We know this because they sneaked in comments on the pages like, "My hand! I am very cold." Or, "Thank God it will soon be dark." So they probably made their work more fun by adding more and more of these doodles, and they didn't hold back on the humor. In this text the monk copied, he noticed that St. Augustine had been quoted incorrectly, so he added a drawing of the saint who pointed a spear at the misquoted passage while holding a scroll that said, "Non ego," meaning, I didn't say that. Well, I think that's hilarious. I know I'm weird. Around the 14th century, illustrated books became very fashionable among the upper classes. These books were expensive and thus became a symbol of wealth. And these rich people probably no longer cared so much about the religious texts in them. They simply wanted to own the most richly decorated book possible. To cater to this new market, manuscript production gradually became the job of secular scribes and artists who worked in teams to produce decorated prayer books for wealthy customers. Once it was no longer just monks who copied and illustrated these texts, more and more motifs and themes from folklore and everyday life were included in these drawings. That's why we have images of fire, farting, horse, goat, things. Actually, that's a bonnicon. It's a bull-like creature that shoots caustic poo. Flaming poo warfare. Right, of course. You think dragons are scary? Try dodging medieval napalm from a constipated demon cow. I can demonstrate. Let's look at some of my favorite themes out of these books, and let's get the more commonly known out of the way first. Giant evil snails. They are all around fighting or even defeating knights, and they come in various different shapes and sizes. But why? What could these snails possibly represent? There are two possible explanations. Either they had a very deep symbolic meaning, or medieval artists were just messing around. I've read a lot about possible symbolic meanings of these snails, like they represent laziness or slothfulness or something like that, I don't know. But honestly, I think it's a medieval meme that everyone back then understood and we just don't. Which is very sad. The most convincing explanation I've read so far is that monks were simply fed up with the snails that were constantly destroying their pretty gardens. What a cool way to cope with that. Or maybe it was just a, "Brother George, look what I drew." Is that a giant snail eating a knight?
Yes.
Right. Then we have lots of depictions of various mythical creatures doing the strangest things. What I like is that butt humor has apparently always been a thing. Medieval depictions of animals were basically the first Pokemon collector cards. These books featured illustrations of real animals, like lions, eagles, fish, right alongside completely made-up monsters like the gorillas. These things are adorable. Just heads and legs, all you need really. But there's one theme that I love more than anything. Homicidal rabbits. Rabbits were often depicted as armed, angry, and ready to overthrow their human overlords. Some historians say this reflects fears of social upheaval, but I think we all know what's really going on here. Medieval artists just loved chaos. And as a certified chaos marshmallow, I would know. I just can't get enough of this. The way these rabbits seem to enjoy what they are doing to others is just incredibly funny to me. And again, I think it's wrong to look for a deeper symbolic meaning here. It was probably just a guy getting decapitated by a rabbit. That's what an idiot. That would never happen. So what have we learned today? Medieval art was weird. Knights fought snails, rabbits were the real menace, and some monks just wanted to watch the world burn. In the silliest way possible. Let me know in the comments if you were a medieval knight, what ridiculous animal would you ride into battle with? I would definitely treat myself to a fashionable snail like that. But anyway, if you want to know why medieval torture devices are a lie and never really existed, then watch this other video of mine. Thanks for watching as always, hit like if you like, hit that bell or go to hell, and bye.